All right, we are now live. Cool, cool. So everyone, I'm gonna give you guys a second to go ahead and get into this video right now because we are live right now. So with that being said, I'm gonna let a few people hop online. And what we're gonna be going over today, if you're watching a replay right now, it's gonna be some pretty awesome stuff. So we're gonna start jumping into how we're gonna start reverse engineering and finding our effective Shopify product. So everyone, I'd say the most common question that I've been asked ever since I started in e-commerce and in private coaching is, Anthony, what niche do I start in? Where do I go? I'm not really sure where to start. What do I sell? And it's tough to really answer that for people because a lot of people already have this preconceived notion about what they want to sell or exactly what path they want to go down. But quite frankly, a lot of people are in it for quick cash. A lot of people are in it to build a brand. But you have to find products that are selling. People want to, look at products that are in demand. And if you're just trying to sell something that nobody wants, quite frankly, you're not going to get anywhere. So today we're going to go over exactly how you're going to use things such as Aliexpress and Amazon to start building out your hot product selection. Okay. So now this isn't really much of a cash cow, outlook, but this is going to be something that's going to be very valuable to you if you're having a hard time figuring out where to start. So this could be a good spark to an idea that you want to build a brand around and start seeing some sales. So Hella said, what's going on? Got a yo in the chat box. Let me get a 1 if you could hear me loud and clear in the live chat box. I want to make sure that everyone could hear me loud and clear. Last time I did a live stream, I had my mic off for the first 2 minutes and I felt like a buffoon. So go ahead and let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Counteracts, you have school in 4 hours. Well, school's starting right now. We're learning about e-commerce right now. You can focus on that school later on. It's all about balance, my friend. Jordan. All right. What's up, Jordan? Glad you're online with me today. So with that being said, I'm going to get started here. So I just wanted to get this, out there to my channel because a lot of people have been struggling with this. I want to take a good, 20 minutes before I head out to this dinner meeting that I have. And I want to tell you guys about a great way to go ahead and start finding these products. And on top of that, we're going to dive into product descriptions deeper. If you didn't watch my previous video on product descriptions, that's pretty much the basics on a great way to have a high converting product page. So today we're going to start talking about how we're going to start leveraging Amazon AliExpress. So we're going to just dive into my screen right here, and I want to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to going on to AliExpress and just finding some hot products. And then we're going to go into reverse engineering our product page itself to make sure that it is ready for conversions and that we are appealing these prospects to go ahead and actually purchase more so than just go ahead and visit your page. So I'm going to get into sharing my screen right now. And let me see where we're at. And 1 second. All right, cool. So we are on AliExpress right here, as you can see. And now what we can do, we can go ahead and, as you know, when you do go onto AliExpress, you can sell pretty much anything, like literally anything. I've gone onto AliExpress and I have literally seen people talking about how you could sell live goats from AliExpress. I don't know who is drop shipping live goats. I know I'm personally not drop shipping live goats, but you can sell the craziest crap off of AliExpress. So what we want to do is go ahead and just dive into, best-selling products. And we want to see what is getting a lot of volume. Because once we see that, these trends are starting to catch on and jumping on trends such as, fidget spinners and a ton of other ones, especially with Q4 right around the corner, the holiday season, this is a huge time for you to go ahead and start profiting pretty much more effectively than ever because people are buying online more than ever in this very quarter coming up. I mean, you have Black Friday, you have Cyber Monday, you have Christmas, you have Thanksgiving, you have Halloween. The stuff that you could sell is absolutely amazing. So you know what? For example, since Q4 is right around the corner, let's go ahead and look at Halloween costumes, all right? So we're just browsing AliExpress, doing some, basic product research, and we can go ahead and look at what has the most orders right now on AliExpress. So, we're browsing right here. So here's stuff going on. So I'm pretty sure this is from the Moana movie. Then you have, some superhero stuff right here. But you could tell, Moana is a pretty recent movie, and this is pretty much a trend. So this is something that was just right around the corner, and now people are still having that in the back of their mind for the holiday season coming up. And it's a great way for you to go ahead and start selling these products. Now you got to be careful because I'm not one to really preach on infringing, and you have to be careful where you dibble dabble with certain products because you could get a subpoena. Sorry, you can get a subpoena from someone at some point, especially if you're doing a certain amount of volume. So here's an example of a bunch of stuff that you can go ahead and start selling. And you know what? We're gonna go to just basic I'm not liking what I'm seeing there. I'm doing this all off the hip, so don't think that this is scripted right here. So let's go to maybe men's clothing, for example. All right, so accessories. Let's see what we have here. I know there is a specific set of sunglasses that has been selling like hotcakes, the ones that flip up. If you've seen those sunglasses anywhere on, I mean, especially in influencer ads, I've seen a ton of influencer ads about them. Go ahead and put 3 in the chat box right now. If you have seen those sunglasses somewhere, the ones that flip up, and they could be either clear or, you know, or shaded. So let me see. I want to see the chat box right now. If anyone has seen those sunglasses, whether it's an Instagram ad, a Facebook ad, let me know if you've seen that. All right. It's going to take a sip of water here. All right, so we're going to go into accessories. Oh, we're already there. All right, cool. So we're going to go by the highest volume of orders. So these rounded sunglasses have been very, very popular. And I mean, if you look at the volume of orders, 45,000 orders. Let's say if you were selling these sunglasses even for $14.99, what would be the math on something like that? So let's see. So $14.99 for those sunglasses and 45,000 orders. And this is just from one vendor. So there could be tons of vendors selling the exact product just like this. So you could have made upwards of over 600 grand in total revenue just selling a product like this. And you're seeing what kind of volume is being sold when you're going by the best selling products on AliExpress. So if you have an idea or you see a trend that is oncoming, go ahead and go to AliExpress, see if it's selling right now or if it's on the up and up. And there's a bunch of other ways in my previous YouTube videos that I've also talked about on ways that you could find trending products, but this is just one of the primary ways. So we could just go ahead and keep browsing through this, and you see all of these amazing products with tons of volume. 5,000 orders here, 6,000 orders here. Over here we have another one, 5,000 orders. So there's a ton of stuff. But you know what? Let's get a little bit more specific because I want to get into pretty much reverse engineering a hot product. So let's go into outdoors or camping, for example, because I know that this is a pretty good one. No, not boots. Let's see what we got here. All right, so camping over here. So we have a portable cup that's too expensive. The margins wouldn't be good on that. Let's do like a camping knife, for example. All right, so best match. Let's see what we have here. So $19, $19, $18. Here, let's see the folding knife, a little bit more specific. All right, so over here you have this keychain. This could be a solid free plus shipping product. It's only $1.98, and they do offer ePacket. As you see, I have the Oberlo Chrome extension on my Google Chrome. So it's a great way to, when you're browsing through AliExpress, that you could find these products that have ePacket without having to, you know, select each one individually. So let's go ahead and keep looking for a good one. So I'm not seeing anything that is too hot here. So let's go by volume of orders again. And we see this one right here, over 5,000 orders. That's pretty good, but they don't offer ePacket. So we're going to keep browsing a bit and see if we can find something with ePacket. All right, so you know what? This looks pretty cool right here. This is actually, no, I like this one right here. This is a good tactical knife. This looks more outdoorsy. So we have this mini portable pocket knife right here. It's about 3-4 inches, it looks like. And they have over 2,000 orders. So that's not a crazy amount, but it is a good amount. So we see that people are very well interested in something like this. And we know that they go ahead and offer ePacket, which is absolutely huge. So it's only $2 for ePacket. So let's say you're doing this free plus shipping knife right here. You could sell it easily for $7.95. And that is without a doubt. And then after you pay for your ePacket expenses and your price that you're paying right here, which is $1.13, it turns out to be about $3.44. All right, so $3.44 for that. And then if you work in maybe $1 or so for a customer acquisition cost, or even a couple more dollars on the higher end, because you're selling something that's very simple to sell, especially if you're doing a free plus shipping angle, then even if you do break even, we can go ahead and profit on the back end. But what we want to focus on when we're building out this very product on our Shopify store is figure out how we can make sure that we are getting rid of the objections in our prospective customer's mind. And what we're going to do in order to do something like that is go ahead and go to Amazon. All right. So let's see where it was at. This right here. So let's just look at the keywords here. So we have minimal, mini portable pocket knife. All right. So let's go ahead and go to Amazon. And we have a few product, all right, a product just like it. All right. So this product looks very, very similar to the product we were just looking to. It doesn't have to be the exact product, but we can go ahead. Ideally, if you do find the exact product or something that is literally a carbon copy of the exact product that you want to go out there and sell, that's even better. But for now, we're just going to go with this one because it looks very, very similar. And they're selling it for $20 right here. Obviously, it's a different wood handle, but we're going to go ahead and go down to the product reviews, okay? And now this is something that is extremely valuable when you're trying to build out your product pages, okay? So we're going to go down to the reviews. This one only has one review. So let's go ahead and try to find one with a few more reviews out of these mini pocket knives. So let's look at this one right here. This has 417 reviews. So let's go down to the review section. And what is amazing, we can go ahead and look at the reviews based on the amount of stars as well as the ones that have the most votes. So when they do have more votes, that does mean that the review is much more relevant. So that's something that we also want to look at. But what we want to go ahead and do is look at these lower reviews right here. And we want to see what people don't like about this product. What could be a possible objection, something that people would be worried about, or something that would keep them dissatisfied about purchasing this very pocket knife from our store. So let's see what people are saying. So I was super excited to receive this knife. It's a perfect size. Obviously, if people are looking at stuff specifically this size, they want a smaller knife more so than a larger one. So however, that knife doesn't lock every time you open it. That can be very dangerous, disappointing. But if that problem was fixed, I'd give it 5 stars, okay? So let's keep seeing. Too small for my hands, but company was very, all right, so too small for my hands, but company was very prompt in return credit. All right, so let's see stuff about the product itself. So the belt clip snapped after 3 days of wear. Very poor product from Kershaw. I only carry Kershaw knives, and this one was a letdown, okay? So this is a loyal customer of that very product itself. So what we want to do is go ahead and compile a better idea out of all of these reviews that we go ahead and see under this Amazon listing for a product that is exactly ours, because I guarantee there are hundreds of thousands of products that are on Aliexpress, and you can find the very exact same thing on Amazon. And you want to look at the ones with a ton of reviews, because obviously the ones that are selling are going to have a set of reviews to some extent, no matter how you slice it. So what you want to do is go through these negative reviews and use it to get rid of objections in your prospective customer mind, in your prospective customer's mind, in your product description. So this one is saying, all right, so way too small. So not as shown in the photos. Poor lockup. All right, so when we're going out there and we want to start building out our product pages ourselves. So let's say we were to go ahead and get this miniature knife for our Shopify store. We want to maybe run a free plus shipping campaign, whatever it may be. We already have an idea of what these people are thinking when they are going ahead and encountering this product itself, okay? And now this is where we're going to go ahead and build out an effective product page, okay? So something that we can go ahead and do, let me just whip out a notepad. All right, so let me go to TextEdit. And we could start building out a product description right here for this knife that we just found on Aliexpress, okay? So let me go ahead and start sharing my screen again. All right, so if we're going into our TextEdit, we can go ahead and start with something along these lines. So we're going to look at some of the keywords. So for this listing, it says EDC gear, mini portable pocket, Karambit cutter, claw knife. All right, so outdoor art. All right, so here's a good way for us to start. I'm going to go ahead and look at the product details right now and see exactly what it is. All right, so it's a stainless steel knife. So that's something that is a great selling point for us. So what we want to start out with in our product description is something along these lines. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a template, and then we're going to build one ourselves. So we could go ahead and say, finally. And then we're going to give them a bold promise. So we're going to fill in a promise right here once we do build out our actual product description. This is going to be the first line in our product description, not the actual title of the product, but the product description. And we're going to go ahead and provide them a solution. So we're going to get rid of any sort of doubts they have in their mind. So we're going to solve a pain point. Sorry, not the doubts. That's going to come next. So we're going to focus on solving a problem or even in a specific amount of time, so like a timeline, and then and then we're going to fill in our objection. Okay. So then after the objection, the last part of, this headline, like this attention grabbing headline we're going to have in our product description, we're going to go ahead and hit them with a risk reversal. Okay. And I'm going to break this down to you and tell you exactly what all of this means right now. So I'm going to make this a little bit larger for you guys if you cannot see it right now. So what I mean by this, so our bold promise is something that is going to get their attention. So we're going to say, finally. So we're going to go ahead and give them focus on an amazing feature. So a perfectly sized stainless steel knife that you can have on your side at all times without the worries of it being unreliable and breaking or your money back. So if we were to break this down one by one, we could say our promise. So it's a perfectly sized stainless steel knife. That's our promise. You're getting a perfectly sized stainless steel knife. And our solution, because people are looking at a knife that could easily fit in their pocket. It's small, so something that you could always have on your side at all times. That's our solution, okay? And then we're going to get rid of the objections that people who are in this target market are typically having. So as we can see by looking at the Amazon reviews, people are always complaining about the quality of this product. And now what we have to do is make sure they don't have those doubts in their mind. And we're going to say without the worries of it being unreliable and breaking or your money back. So we're going to give them that promise. So we're going to take all of the risk out of their end of the spectrum, their end of the deal of purchasing our product. And we're going to give them the risk reversal. So you know what? If this breaks on you, you're going to get your money back. And we're backing it behind a reliable product that is stainless steel. Not a lot of people could focus on the benefits of their specific product when they're going out there and selling specific things online with their Shopify store. So this is a great way for us to go ahead and build a great headline for our product description, okay? And then furthermore than that, once we're going to get into the other stuff of our product description, stuff that you want to focus on is maybe the size, maybe a warranty, and then also you want to state the shipping time. And we could say this is going to take 8 to 12 business days, because that is accurate. Especially speaking in business days, it's not going to be more than 3 weeks by way of shipping via e-packet. 2 weeks is pretty adequate. And if it is a little over that, people aren't going to complain if it's only a couple of days. And when you're upfront with your prospects, that's when you're going to go ahead and have the best turnout, okay? You don't want to go ahead and say, yeah, you're going to get this in 5 days, and people are waiting weeks, and then they end up disputing the charge that they put on through your Shopify store, because that's the last thing that you want. Disputes are absolutely going to kill you, especially through Stripe and the fees that you have to pay through something like that, okay? So with that being said, that is what I wanted to cover in this video today. And on top of that, in a upcoming workshop, I'm going to be diving into stuff much deeper than this. And on top of finding these passion products and stuff that you could sell with ease, we're also going to start covering how you're going to be scaling your store up and getting tons of traffic to these products. So obviously we want to have products that people want to purchase. That's our first step, that's our foot getting into the door, okay? And then after the fact, we're going to want to move forward and start sending tons of traffic to those products. So go ahead, check the link in the description below. We have that coming up soon. And then in the very next video that I'm going to be posting on my YouTube channel, I'm bringing on a special guest that's going to be focusing on Facebook ads, which is going to be extremely powerful in regards to scaling up your store and scaling up your sales in regards to these very products. So I'm going to be breaking down a very special formula that I don't really share with a lot of people in that workshop below. It's only going to be live one time. So go ahead below and check that out right now. Make sure you register to save your seat. I don't plan on having any replays whatsoever, so make sure you do hold your seat now. So without any further ado, I'm going to be signing off in a few minutes. If you have any questions whatsoever, drop them into the live chat box right now. I'm going to be sticking around for another minute or two so we could square away any questions that you could possibly have. If you're unsure about anything, whether it comes to these product techniques that I just went over right now, getting traffic, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it may be, go ahead and drop a couple of questions and let me know what you're thinking right now. In regards to a workshop yesterday, there was no workshop yesterday. The workshop is coming up very soon. So just go ahead and look to the link in the description, and that's where you're going to find the workshop itself and more information about that workshop. All right, so let's see what else. What do we got in this chat box right now? If you learned something new, let me get a 2 in the chat box right now. I want to see what you guys are thinking about utilizing Amazon reviews to go ahead and start building out your product descriptions and your product pages. So Jennifer, did you test with Instagram before you put a product in your store? Okay, in regards to that, I don't know if you're talking about the product I just went over. That's not personally in one of my stores, but I do love testing with Instagram first, and that is a part of like my 3-step scaling method and traffic method in general. I always start with Instagram when I'm building out new stores and new brands, at least for the first couple of weeks, because number one, you're going to start getting your pixel warmed up, which is super, super effective once you start scaling with your Facebook ads. And number two, you're going to start building rapport inside of your target market in that space that you're trying to sell these products in, especially if you're niche down and it's something that requires a little bit of branding. So Instagram is always a great way to go ahead and, start testing products through cheap influencer ads that could cost as little as 10 or 20 bucks. Because if you don't have the biggest budget, it's a great way to make sure that you're testing these products and getting it out to a decent amount of people. So let's see what other questions we have in this chat box. So Josh asked, could you do a video on how to create ads for influencers that sell? I did that in the Influencer Marketing Success Blueprint series. So if you missed that one, or if you didn't really get a full scope idea of how you could start selling better on Instagram, just let me know. Josh, I know you're one of my private students. I remember your name, don't worry. So just shoot me a message if you have any questions personally. All right, here's another question. Anthony, what's your personal preference for brand building, personal or general influencers? Well, when it comes to the influencer choice and how you want to go about starting utilizing influencers, it really all falls back onto number one, the congruency of the products that you're trying to sell and how it aligns with your brand and products that you're selling. And number two, also your budget. Some personal pages are going to be a bit more expensive. So I typically like starting out with general pages that have good engagement. A lot of people are getting absolutely, duped by pages that have high engagement rates because of automation softwares and different types of engagement groups that are just, driving up likes, but not really getting good impressions of, people who are prospective buyers. So what you want to do when you're looking at those influencers, especially general pages, you want to look at the comments. All right. So when it comes to the comments section, you want to focus on number one, stuff that is not generic bullshit, because a generic bullshit comment that's coming out of an automation software that is engaging with certain pages would be like, something such as great or awesome, love this pic, or something that really doesn't apply to the post itself. Whereas when you're looking at genuine organic comments, it would be stuff such as people tagging their friends, people saying, if it was an ad, I ordered this product, I absolutely love it. Stuff along those lines. And stuff that is genuine. You could really tell it very easily once you start diving into it and seeing the difference between fake comments and pretty much made up comments. Adam asked, on your own Instagram page, do you need a lot of followers or does it not matter? I don't know. You need to clarify that question a little bit more. It depends what you're pretty much tailoring it around. If you mean, starting with utilizing influencers, it doesn't matter how many followers you have. And it's a lot easier to start with general pages because you're going to start building out some more followers. And then also it's a lot easier to access general pages. If someone is a brand ambassador or a, personal page influencer that has hundreds of thousands of followers, they're not typically going to feel comfortable working with a brand that has maybe 200 or 300 followers because their brand is kind of on the line when they're putting those ads out. So ideally, yes, you do want followers. You do want more followers on your Instagram page always. It's something that's going to be helping you and building rapport with your prospective customers. And in addition to that, it's going to help you scale up by using personal page influencers. And when people go ahead and circle back or stumble upon your Instagram page, they are going to have a lot more trust in purchasing from you as a brand uniquely, because they're going to see that social acceptance. And, you know, when you have tons of followers, tons of engagement, it is a sense of social acceptance and approval. And people do take that as a sign of trust for a brand that they're not familiar with, because they see tons of other people are trusting this brand and following this specific brand. All right. So I hope that answers your questions. With that being said, I am signing off right now. If you do have any other questions, leave a comment below. Join the mastermind. You can post all your questions that you would like in the mastermind below. And lastly, the workshop that we're going to be holding very, very soon. So I hope you guys learned something new, more so than anything else. And I will be seeing you guys in the very next video as well. I'm going to be bringing on Mike Ambrose, Facebook ads coach. It's going to be super awesome as a part of this Ecom Success Lab series. So without any further ado, I will see you guys very, very soon. Hope you enjoyed the video.